What's going on, everybody? We got Katie's Kitchen and Peaceful Des. But I'm preferring not a repeat of last night, right, Des? So, Katie, how are you doing? And what in the world are you doing up so late? Well, it's not really late, I don't guess. So, Des, how are you doing this evening? LOL, right? The pin is the link is pinned at the top of the chat if anybody wants to come up. Yeah. What's up, Belt Loop 29, aka YouTube Police, aka a whole lot of 29s. I'm always up. Yeah, sometimes. Why did that take forever? Oh well. Really can't stay just about to clock out, but saw you were live. Like number two. Oh wow. That's cool. Usually it's my projects keeping me up. Yeah, well, it's getting to that time of year. It's going to start getting warmer and warmer. So any projects that I would be doing, or most of them, are going to be getting done at night. It's all good, Gary. Marines and Army Mom. Hey, guess
Hey,
what? It worked.
well, it'll drop off in a minute if it stays the way it has been doing.
Mm.
So I don't know. We'll see. In fact, let me put my Bluetooth on. It might work. Might be better.
Might be.
We'll see.
I always found that having the microphone and everything going through the Bluetooth works a little bit better.
Let me see.
Oh, he clicked the wrong button. Or at least that's what I'm saying. Welcome back.
Well, thank you. It bumped off again. I mean, it does that when I for some reason when I go on restream, and I make if it bumps off again, I'm just gonna say can't do it. But as long as it's got me on here, I'll stick around. Just about to clock out from work. So
Well, that's
there's
always a good
that.
thing.
Yeah, it's been a long day. And not too bad. It wasn't a bad day, just a long day. Uh, I guess 16,
What's up,
I've
George
been 10.5
Mitchell?
hours.
Only?
Well, not yet. I ain't clocked out yet. So Let's see. Um, see how it works. I should be clocking out in about 10 minutes.
And in case you
About.
can't see it, Marines and Army Mom said, "Hi, Belt Loop." He gone. I think it's his fingers. I don't think it's actually the app, but okay. It's all good, Gary. I think on your phone it's a little bit different and simple. Just accidentally bump this or do that, and it just gets all kind of cattywampus. It does the same thing with my phone. A fire on Foothill, that's not good. Hopefully, it's contained and dealt with. A block. I I know, but I'm just saying, my phone does the same thing with Restream. That's the reason why, like, a lot of times when you see me out fishing, since I've been using Restream, I won't do panels because it's a pain in the butt. Okay, it is out extinguished for the hot spots. Well, it's a good thing. And per usual, Texas is coming into spring, and we're already in a burn ban. So I got a big pile of trees that I cut down uh, over the last couple of summers, and have been piling them up, and everything's dry enough to burn, and I can't burn it. But we are coming into spring, and hopefully that means we'll get some spring weather with some rain and stuff. The second we start getting some any amount of rain, I'm burning it. Look, it's the other George RB3. So, and everyone, if you could please sharing is caring. Share it out. We'll get some people up in here. We'll hang out, have us a good conversation. Uh, so, yep. I was going to say something. Now I can't remember what it was. Yes, I can. Give it here. Give it up, Katie. Much appreciated, George. Yes, hit that thumbs as well. Daz, are you talking to Moose? I bet you're talking to Moose. I understand that, George. Uh-oh. See, I told you the other one's around here somewhere. Pass it around. Oh, you heard that, Katie. Dad says, nope. 11 minutes. The Buddy Files. Marines and Army Mom says, hi, YouTube police. I can't touch LOL. Yes, you can. Katie says, no. I can see it now. She's probably got that growly face. No. Like a mad dog. Y'all better watch it. She's probably got a yardstick somewhere. I did not get to see the moon, the blood moon. However, after I ended my live, I did go outside and the clouds, it was dark, but the clouds were all red. But the moon was white. And the policeman says, sup, George and George. Georgia of the desert, look out for that cactus. I told you, I knew Daz was talking to the moose. Otherwise, he wouldn't have been in here. He'd probably be in bed. Hi, Moosey, from Daz. Hey, the moose, have you been up on anybody's panel? More importantly, have you ever been up on Belt Loops, YouTube Police, or Devil Dogs panel? LOL. Moose is a night owl. And we all are to a degree. The moose won't even post a video. Hey, speaking of, do y'all have M bug? And was it just my imagination, or did I happen to? Well, I couldn't go in. I clicked on it several times, but I seen her live today. And Daz has changed her profile picture. I have to go do some. I like that one too. 7 minutes. Oh, snap there. One. that's been there for 6 months. Mine has been the same for like 2 years. Marines and Army Mom, cool. I'm behind. I've been meaning to do some upgrades and changes to mine. Sorry, Matt. Camp issues. It's all good. I was asking Demoose, have you been up on any of Gary's channels or Belt Loops? I mean, Devil Dogs panel? Because if not, you should come up on mine first. If not mine, at least Katie's or Peaceful Daz's. I need all new. No, sir. Nope, you haven't. Just keep that thought in the back of your mind because if you like giving Devil Dog or Belt Loop a hard time, go up on either mine, Peaceful Daz's, maybe, and probably even Katie's first. Because, yeah, that'll get their goose and it'll give us something to haggle them about, harass them. Do Daz first. Katie has a point. I'm still kind of working. Don't say sports ball when Eddie is there. I don't know why he gets like, yeah. Yes, you can. And Demoose, you can with mine too as well. Because mine tells me who it is when they're coming up. But Demoose, you got to make me a promise and make this chat a promise that you will come up on one of ours before you do Belt Loops or Devil Dogs. I was helping someone with copying and pasting multiple pics at one time. I don't either. The Moose said for sure, Daz. Y'all heard it. Y'all see it. It's right there. The proof is right there. I have to. I have to change this background right there. I know it doesn't bother you as much. I know it does get you a little bit because you can harass Devil Dog about it. So what you do is you start with Daz or myself or Katie, and then you go to Belt Loops and then Devil Dogs. That'll really get us goose. And hey, you never know. You can always go up on Belt Loop 29 and then YouTube Police before you go up on Devil Dogs. Only when it's Devil Dogs. Eh, goat, goose. It could be worse, you know. I do remember a certain rooster named Kentucky that old Belt Loop had didn't like him or the missus. Oh, I see how it is, Marines and Army mom. You like Belt Loop and Devil Dog more than me. It was 20. Tweety. Yeah, but Devil Dog changed his name to KFC. But I will say this, that thing hated people with a passion. Did he become chicken and dumplings? I know he went to a new home. If he'd have came here, that's probably what would have happened to him because I'm not going to sit there and deal with that. And I'm also going to be looking. I want to see if I can find a new addition to the YouTube video stuff, but also a new addition to the farm. You know, something I can get videos of. And I was thinking like maybe a goose, but he'll probably end up at the neighbor's house. I'm driving now. Well, drive careful, Belt Loop. And at least one, if not two, of the kitties have the zoomies. I don't want no pony. No ponies. They are mean to a degree, but they take so much to take to upkeep because you got to trim their feet and everything else. I was thinking like a goose. Uh, I even thought about guineas, but then I remember we had guineas once before, and them things are noisy. He passed away after he was sick. Mm. No, I don't want no stinking emu. For one, them things are expensive. I seen one of them things go at the sale barn for almost $1,000. No, no, thank you. I would almost say an ostrich would be cool on top of, but they're a bit on the pricey side, and he'd probably break his neck trying to stick his head in the caliche clay we got around here. We've had goats in the past, and the predators are a pain in the butt, and I wouldn't be able to put them out in the pasture with the donkey. Now, if I did get another goat, I would have to say I would go with the Kikos because they're a whole lot more hardier and easier to. They're more expensive, but they're easier upkeep. A three-legged cow, I would have hell trying to find a three-legged cow. I'd probably find a five-legged one before I found a three-legged one. And I am planning on getting me another python. Uh, Cassidy has one. His name is Spoon, but I want a full pastel, the one that looks like a rainbow when you move it into light. It's kind of cool looking. And I've been working on my little koi pond. Uh, no potbelly pigs. Nope. Uh-uh. Hey, Katie, why don't you get a potbelly pig and keep it in the house? Keep it in your apartment. I bet your landlord would be real happy about that one. But yeah, I don't like the potbelly pigs because you got to keep their tusk uh, trimmed and their teeth. It specifically states no pigs. Yeah, potbelly pigs are forbidden here too. And part of the reason why is because, well, it would probably draw in all kinds of unwanted guests. Because I know we had a Dutch blue butt, and I can't remember the other one. It was a reddish color. It was the one that had really good bacon, and it was almost every other night, if not every night, having to go outside and shoot at wild hogs trying to get in. I've been looking for him a partner, but you can't hardly find them without it being a pair right now. Well, for the last couple of years, and I don't mind getting a pair, but he's a gelding, and if I get a pair and it's not already gelded, there's going to be a lot of fighting. No, not not as much as you would think. Jack's, I've never trimmed his feet. He naturally keeps them broke off. Same thing with goats. If the terrain's not the correct terrain for them, they won't wear them down. But Jax he's never had his feet trimmed, and he was born here. Now his mom was a pain in the butt, and I always had to was having to trim her feet. But a lot of it also has to do with feed, what you're feeding them and stuff. Because if they're getting enough oils in their coat and then it gets down in their hoof, it'll help it keep it better. Now I will pick his feet though. Scrape out and make sure there's no rocks or anything in there. Well, good luck, George. I hope you win that one. But yep, I don't know. I thought about getting an alpaca, but then I said no because I don't want that thing spitting at me. If y'all don't have Marines and Army, Mom, she just dropped her link. Go check her out. LOL. Good night, George from Daz. Well, Katie, if you hadn't, I was fixing to. I don't know. It's, it's probably because he said pick a fight. And I know I did make a couple of adjustments to Nightbot. You know, so but that is not what was restricting his comment. That was YouTube. Yeah, that's what I said. They have their when you trim them and stuff like that, as far as their hair, and keep them clean and trim them out like you're supposed to, you can get some really nice yarn and stuff from their hair. But and they kick too. They do like a cow kick, and they got split hooves like a goat, and I've been told that hurts too. I've been and I've been kicked by horses, cows, uh, donkeys, jacks especially, um, and I've been kicked by an alpaca once, and the one that hurt the most was the cow and the alpaca. I My cousin, uh, she raises them, and I would be going through her to get it, and I would be getting a female, and Cassidy's really shown a lot of interest in maybe even breeding pythons. So she goes over to my cousin's house sometimes and helps her. I thought about getting a bearded dragon. I'd really like one of those. They kind of remind me of the horny toads. And I can't have a pet bullfrog because his legs would start getting bigger and I'd be getting hungry. I don't. Birds are noisy. Is that no? I can't. Eh. I tell you what I want. I want a peacock, but Texans Down Under said no. I would almost say I'd take a sheep, but I don't see how people raise sheep here in Texas, and especially in this part of Texas because it's hot. I seen when we were at Tractor Supply picking up the stuff for the giveaway. There was a gentleman and his wife there that had a very beautiful husky, black and white husky. It was beautiful, but I was like, man, I couldn't. What's up, Grandpa? But I couldn't do that. Even if they're in the house, they got way too much fur. They get hot. I felt bad for my Australian shepherds. Yes, they are. That's a lot more work than I want to do. But I'm seriously thinking about getting a couple of geese. But like I said, they'll probably end up at my neighbor's house before it's all said and done because he's got that big pond in the front yard. What up, Quentin? How's your evening doing? Going, Quentin? Uh oh. Look, you done scared old YouTube police out of here. I don't see any woodpeckers though. Hmm. But if I ever did get a bird, I would probably get a parrot just because I can teach it to talk. He can't keep up with retired police. We have two parrots. Cool. They get messy, don't they? So, Tim, what's their names? They do throw food. Yeah, I've heard that they pick through their food and only get what they like instead of what they need. Hey, Katie, I could get me a tarantula and just have it chill right here on my shoulder during the lives. Rocky is a blue and gold, and Bobo is an African gray. That's cool. Yeah, he's also still a pain in the butt sometimes too. That would be cool. I don't know if I did that. Little Miss Hee would probably never come back in here. I used to have an umbrella cockatoo. Cool. I could get a rat, but here's the problem. Cassie would feed it to Spoon. Of course, she'd probably conk it on the head first. Because I tried talking her into getting a live feeder mouse, and she said nope. Rocky has made a few appearances on Michelle Misfit. Cool. Well, Tim, this goes without saying. You're always welcome. You and Civi and Daz and them, y'all are always welcome to come up on the panel in here with mine. I don't care because I like hanging out and talking with you guys. And when and if I ever get back up to Washington, I will be hopefully being able to stop and visit with y'all for a little while. Oh, Civi's show. Aw, shucks. Civi is just now heading home. So they kept her till 10 o'clock at night. Yeah, we'll meet up somewhere. Jeez. They at the ER. She was injured at work. That's not good. She's okay. Uh-oh. Quentin, Woody, you better be careful. Quentin's in here somewhere. Hey, Daz. Daz. Woody's here. Her shoulder is messed up. Daz says, yes, I know. Why do I get the broken heart? That's where she was. Oh. Look, Daz went all mama bear. But Woody, why do I get the broken heart? Yes. Marines and Army mom hit the nail on top of the head. Hope she heals well, good, and gets over all of this and soon. Forgive me. No, me too. Thank you. She just pulled in. Awesome. Tim, hopefully she mends quickly. Most definitely. Uh, oh, well, but that's no reason to have a broken heart. My heart's not broken. Yours is. You needed to ruffle your feathers a little bit more. Des, don't be encouraging him. Uh, it's a male pecker thing. Welcome back, Tim. Oh, Civvy, welcome in. I hope you're not hurting too bad, and I hope and pray that you heal fast and correctly. He is my favorite bird. Then it is Froghorn Longhorn. Yo, she just got in here and got home. She has to go see a specialist because I can't say that. All they would do is an x ray. I know I've been to the doctors for my knees like 5 or 6 times, and all they'll do is send me to the freaking to get an x ray. They won't do an MRI or CAT scan or whatever. Woody, don't be picking on Civy's banana. You got 3 days off, unless the doctor says otherwise. Don't be hating on her banana. I'm gonna see if I can find me a dancing frog. Yeah, I would say so. It's a size thing. Good night, Woody. Don't ruffle your feathers too much. Hey, Woody, watch out for Daz. She might be lurking around the tree you're nesting in. Just saying. Civi's coming up. All right. All right, Quentin, you have a good night. I got to find me some thick pieces of rubber or foam or something to put underneath this, uh, the part that holds my screen, because it'd be shaky a lot. It happens. Hi, Civi. Hmm.
Oh no. Waiting for the host.
Okay.
What?
Welcome in.
Oh wow.
You sound like you feel drugged through a mud hole.
It's been a long day. I'm just now getting home. It's 10 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
I left home at 8:30 and it's 10:15 and I'm just ready to be home and I called my boss and I'm like, yeah, there's something wrong with my shoulder. I won't be in for a couple days. Could you
Mm-hmm.
please let the girls know to send me a list of what they think we need so that I can put the order in from home? And you're gonna have to figure out who's coming in my place. She goes, well, you got you got you got Shelly coming in, right? I said, no, I don't have Shelly. What makes you think that I got Shelly coming in? You told me that I'm responsible for cooking for 4 days a week instead of 2 days a week. So now you get to deal with the consequences of your actions. You know,
Hmm.
she's been nothing but rude to me for the last 3 weeks. She's been on my ass. She wrote me up, gave me a professional improvement plan, which usually that means that they're getting ready to fire you. And so it's like she's got everybody running around like chickens with their heads cut off and just being mean to everybody. And all of a sudden it's like, now she's wondering, well, who's going to be minding the shop? Well, you know what? That's your responsibility because I got injured and I told you at noon that I got injured and yet and I needed you to get me the paperwork to fill out for L and it's now 5 o'clock and you haven't brought it to me, and so I'm going to be taking my happy butt to the emergency room. I could have gone to urgent care, and no, I can't go to urgent care now because they're closed. So now I have to go to the full out emergency room, which might mean that I might be there for 12, 13 hours. And if I'm there all night long, I'm going to be pissed,
Yeah.
and she left and it's like whatever. It's like she wasn't even she was so concerned about the investors being in the building that she could not give me the time of day to get me the frickin' documentation that I needed so that I could fill out an L&I claim. She was so concerned about all that and wanting to make sure that I mean, she came up to me and she goes, "I want the dining room spotless because the investor is coming out this afternoon and he should be here about between 2 and 3 o'clock. So I need the dining room to look perfect." And I'm like, "Well, I got some bad news for you. I got injured earlier and I have nobody to take my place, you know. I need I need I need you to get me the folder for labor and industries." She never did. She never did. And
Mm.
instead of saying, "Oh, you need to go to the emergency room or to urgent care and go get that looked at. I'm so sorry that that's happening." She just kind of ignored me and went about her business and came in to you know I mean, it's like, I'm like serving out lunch and she's like, "Is the bread supposed to look like that?" I'm like, yes, it's rye bread." "Oh, I've never seen it look like that." I go, "It's marble rye. It's supposed to look like this." Well, a simple yes would have sufficed. I'm like, "Okay, well, I'm just telling you that there's nothing wrong with the sandwich. It's what Reubens look like when they're toasted, when they're grilled."
Mm.
And
In
it's
Marines
like,
and Army, Mom, I agree with you.
and then she's like complaining about, well, I got some complaints that you didn't have soup ready, and I start crying. I'm like, "Look, I got injured, and I told you at noon or just after noon that I got injured, and um, then on top of all of it, I came to you and told you about the glassware problem that we had, and while I was trying to tend to that, um, I ended up having to spend 20 minutes picking glass out of my hand, you know, um, because that was another thing that happened. It's like, uh, my dishwasher was like, "Oh, we ran out of glasses." I'm like, "Already? We just got new glasses." And so we've been having a lot of breakage. So thankfully, I had ordered 5 more cases of glasses. So I cracked open one of the boxes. I just sat them in the corner and wasn't going to deck around with them because it's like we didn't really need them right yet, but I knew that we were going to need them because of all the breakage that we've been having. So I picked up a box and all of a sudden I hear this jingle, jingle, jingle. I'm like, "What the hell?" I open it up. It's like half the box is broken. And then I opened up the second box and it's like half the box was broken. The third box, 4 were broken. And the fourth box, half of them were broken. So I went into her office. I said, I got some news for you. All the glasses that um, I ordered 4 cases, and half of them weren't broken. And she's like, and corporate was there, and the investor was there. He's like, we just spent $300,000 on all new plates and glasses and stuff. That's not right. I go, you even look at these glasses the wrong way and they break. And he's like, well, we're gonna have to address that. I'm like, yes, please. I'm gonna go and document it by taking photographs. And um, so I was like trying to package them or trying to get the boxes opened up and sorted through, and I ended up with a big chunk of glass stuck in my finger, in my thumb. So um, I'm like spending 20 minutes doing that, and she's worried about soup. I didn't have time. I didn't have time with me being the only one in the kitchen because of her new schedule and budget. It's like that means that I had to like cut everybody's hours, and I even told her, I said, I'm the type of leader that if my crew has to has to have their hours cut, I'm cutting mine too so that they can have a little bit of mine. Well, we're gonna talk about that tomorrow. I'm like, whatever, you know.
Yep. And
And
I
so,
agree. I think this woman has no clue what's going on.
no, she doesn't. She has absolutely no clue whatsoever. So in the among the chaos, I get injured, and because it's like I'm running around doing like 10 times the work. Because usually Mondays and Tuesdays are usually my cooking days, but no, Wednesdays and Thursdays as well. So I have to cut my PM staff. So I have no PM staff, and so yeah, and she's like, well, I told her, I said, if I have to cut their hours, I'm cutting mine too, so that they
Mhm.
can have some of mine.
And Katie says, sounds like they need to spend that 300K on hiring a better manager.
Oh, this lady's only like she's going on her first month here pretty soon, and she's just a horrible person. Um,
Does she have any clue about managing food type places?
she claims that she does, but I don't believe so because she's like just ripping into me up one side and down the other for stuff. She's like, well, why is it? I said, I don't know. Like she called me up at 8:45 in the morning one day and was like, which one of these covered spaces is vacant? I said, I don't know. Well, is there a car parked near closest to the smoking section? I go, there was a car parked there yesterday, but somehow that was rude,
Mm.
and I was being rude, and I'm like, I don't know. I I guess I'm not allowed to say I don't know. I mean, why would I know that?
Was you at work?
No, I was at home.
Then how are you supposed to know? And how is that rude? It's more rude of her calling you on your time and complaining about shit that, you know, uh,
Oh, it gets better. So today I'm like waiting to get into the bathroom, and I'm standing in the hallway, and there's my two of my three housekeepers. One of them looks like she's about ready to start crying, and the boss is there talking to her and taking a picture of her arm, and I'm like waiting for the bathroom, and I can overhear it. We've got a bed bug infestation right now, and one of the housekeepers went into one of the apartments to do housekeeping, and this isn't one of them that's been shut down due to bed bugs. It was a totally different one. She got bit by bed bugs while she was in there cleaning, and she started to develop a whole bunch of welts all
yeah.
over her arm. And
Dad, you have a good night.
and all the boss could say was, "Just put some Benadryl on it." And I'm like, "I've got hydrocortisone cream or hydrocortisone spray in my office. I'll go get it." because I didn't, and she was just in tears crying, and the boss is like, just put garbage bags on your feet. I'm like, thinking to myself, no, she needs to be in, all of these housekeepers need to be in full PPE, you know, and um,
Right, Tim?
this housekeeper is just in tears crying because she's in pain and she's got like a dozen bed bug bites on her arm and it's starting to swell and she's freaking out and all the boss can do is tell her to put some Benadryl on it and it'll be fine and put trash bags on her shoes. That's not OSHA approved.
No.
Um, so I went and got the cortisone spray out of my office and I sprayed her arm down and I told her that she needed to if she notices any swelling of her lips, tongue, or throat that could be possibly blocking her airway, to just go straight to the emergency room. Um, and that was my advice to her. And make sure that you get an L&I claim on it.
Yeah. And Katie asks, how is she addressing the bed bug problem? Has she called an exterminator?
I don't know. I don't know if she's called an exterminator. I know that we had bug sniffing dogs come out on Friday to go from room to room to sniff out where all the bed bugs were, and that's what came of it. And I told her Friday morning, they've got to be getting transferred from room to room via the vacuum cleaners. You guys need to treat the vacuum cleaners. And
Backlash,
and
fisherman, welcome in.
she looks at me like she's looking at me like I'm freaking crazy. And she goes, well, I don't even know who to call. I said, well, definitely not Ecolab. You want to call Orkin. You need to call a pest exterminator that specializes in bugs.
Well,
You know,
and correct me, y'all, if I'm wrong, but I think the only thing that really kills bed bugs is heat.
heat. Yep, heat and there's certain things that you can use to treat the area, but heat is the only way to really get them. And it's got to be like prolonged heat, not just like hold a hair dryer over it.
Yeah, no,
So
they they're probably gonna have to like bag the whole place and turn the inferno on for the bed bugs.
well, that's a problem. Is it needs a minimum of 118 degrees for 90 minutes. There's no way to get that.
No, they have machines that do it for but you have to be an exterminator to be able to do it.
Oh yeah, I see. I don't. I know very little about the whole extermination process, but I know that bed bugs are it can easily be tracked from room to room. And I also told her that she needed to treat the dryer and the dryers in the uh, laundry rooms, because the residents can do their own laundry and stuff. And it's like, this is what you need to do. You're going to need to have somebody come out and clean the vents, treat treat the washing machine and dryer, clean out the vents, and turn them on and really cook those little bastards. And she's like, I don't need to hear that right now. I'm like, then why ask me for my opinion if,
Well, I got a question for you. What's she gonna do if the investor gets bit by a freaking bed bug while he's there?
oh, I'm gonna laugh my ass off. I'm hoping.
And backlash, I think it's gonna cost a bit more than that because it's a like I'm assuming it's similar to an apartment complex. So
What's that?
there's the y'all's building is like an apartment complex, correct?
Yeah, it's for seniors. It's
Yeah.
independent living for seniors. And it's a beautiful building. It's a beautiful building. And I used to love working there, but now not so much.
Yes, and that is another. You could tell your workers that to mix uh, uh, of clover oil and cotton seed oil works also. But you can take like the clover oil and put it on your shoes and stuff, and it'll help keep them from migrating up onto you.
Yeah, but you know what's even better? Is OSHA approved PPE.
Yeah, but that's not going to stop all of them.
No, but it's going to give them added peace of mind because
Hmm.
also one of the other things that happened a couple weeks ago was one of the residents had fallen in their room and was on the floor for a day and a half, um, basically covered in poo. Um, and housekeeping was told that they needed to go in there and clean it up. Didn't give them any PPE for biohazard. But she put on PPE, but wouldn't give them to the housekeepers. They're not trained in biohazard.
Then they shouldn't be cleaning it up.
Yeah, well, they were told they were afraid. They were afraid they were going to lose their jobs if they didn't do what she said.
Yeah, but I mean, this is just me. My thinking is, but they're not providing you the proper EP, whatever that stuff, to do that job. So therefore, if they got fired, then they could have grounds for suing.
Yeah. Well, I'm collecting all the data and writing up a report. Can I borrow the nail trimmer thing, Timmy?
What do you need?
The nail trimmer thing. I broke a fingernail. Anyway, so
That's it.
yeah.
Give me this woman's home address. I'm gonna go knock on her door and be
Yeah, the
like, "You
nail
broke
trimmer.
Civy's nail."
Yeah, I've got like two broken nails. It's from dealing with boxes today. It's like I didn't even get half the stuff that I wanted to get done. It's like, yeah, without my staff, I can't get anything done. I couldn't even get soup done. And she's complaining to me about soup, but oh yeah, okay. So we're gonna complain about soup. She's like, we'll have a talk about this tomorrow. It's like, no, we're not.
Right, backlash. See, I knew that though. They have a mixture of the clove oil and cottonseed oil on the ambulance that he works on. A
Huh.
lot of ambulances are carrying them across the board as far as a lot of places,
Damn it,
all across U.S.
the battery died. Yeah, can I have the nail clippers? Screw it. I'm just gonna. Sorry, I broke a nail and this is driving me nuts. I hate broken
Quentin
fingernails.
Quentin went and changed his avatar.
What?
Quentin Quentin changed
Oh,
his avatar. Document everything. Yep.
yeah. I got residents that are crying and tears and upset and pissed off and venting to me because I'm the only one that is willing to spend time with them and listen to their problems and because it's like just how it is and sure sure enough it's like she doesn't want to give them the time of day yet she's rearranging furniture and I asked her nicely, we have one person that's blind and two people that are low vision that can barely see and rearranging the furniture is going to you
Throw
know
everything off.
throw everything off because they already have it you know put in a memory, the x amount of steps is here and you know and we're supposed to be independent living so that they can live independently and all she could say to me in a real snotty tone was, I'll go talk to that resident. I'm like, really? You know, okay, ruin his independence and ruin his confidence in being able to navigate his living environment. Go ahead. Let's see how that gets you, especially when he cracks his head open on something, ends up in the hospital with a head injury. Okay, dumbass. Sorry.
Quentin said, "I've turned into Coyote. Got to keep you on your toes, Big Matt, or toes, Matt." Coyote's probably lurking in the background.
Coyote is lighting up my text messages on Facebook. He's lighting up my DMs. I'm afraid if I minimize this and go look at it that I'm gonna end up dropping. So
He's
he can.
probably talking about what we're talking about. Like I said, I know he's in the background. Let me see. He's probably already messaged me a couple times.
Yeah.
Nope.
Well, no. What?
He must be still mad at me.
Oh, what did you do?
I don't know. Yes, Marines and Army mom, I would agree with that.
I can't read chat.
Marines and Army mom says sounds like the residents are living in an unsafe environment.
Oh yeah, they're pissed off and upset and
And Civi
emotional
or
and
Katie says it sounds like that manager is a carpet ass kisser.
yeah, yeah, or something. I don't know. I could think of other names, but I shouldn't say those.
It sounds like to me she's a real pain in the ass.
Yeah, that's a diplomatic way of putting it.
You know, but I mean that's just my simple country boy mind.
Yeah, a four-letter waffle.
Mhm.
Huh? Yeah, corporate butt kisser. Yeah, and she's in the wrong business if she can't show compassion and empathy and turn on her hearing. It's like she always wants. Every time I try to bring something reasonable to her, she's got to shoot it down. I was like, what the hell's wrong with you?
Yeah, I would be telling her manager or her boss, look, either she goes or I go, because
Uh,
I couldn't live with myself knowing that these people are there and nobody's doing nothing about it. So I mean, I would, yeah.
well, there's a job that I'm thinking about applying for, and the problem is it's all the way out in Eatonville. It's two locations. One's out in Eatonville, which is like the opposite direction, just as far. And then the other one, the second location is also, or is the zoo, and it's uh, a culinary district manager position for another one of the sister companies to Elior, which is where I worked before when I was with the jail. I worked for a different division uh, of Elior, and um,
And that's a zoo.
Northwest Trek and the zoo. Um,
Hey, we were just talking. My wife, Texans, and the kids went to the zoo last Saturday, and I was like, I wish there was one closer to us because I'd go work there just to play with the animals.
yeah, it's not playing with animals. It's doing the corporate dining
Yeah.
program for both locations, and I've got the knowledge, and considering I worked for Elior in a slightly lesser capacity, I already know all their systems. So it's like that would be just easy to walk right in there and basically take over. And
Hey,
it's more
hey,
being
Coyote.
support for the chefs and stuff like that. And
Hey, Coyote. Since I know you're lurking in the background and being all quiet and stuff, I think you need to go do some like uh, undercover work. Go in there and turn her boss in for all the negligence to the people, to all the living people that live in that area, and you can also turn them into the wounded warriors thing. Where, you know what I'm saying. I'm getting all tongue tied now. Uh, but yeah, go off on them like you did the people that were taking up 9 different handicaps parking spots with one vehicle.
9 handicap. How the hell?
It,
What was it? A stretch limo?
no,
And they were parked crossways?
they were. There was. You know how at some of the WalMarts they have the handicap where you can pull in long ways.
Yeah.
They had like 3 vehicles pulled in there like this, and they didn't even have handicap plates. And then one of them was parked in such a way that you couldn't even access the other one. And I'm exaggerating with 9. I'm not exactly sure, but it was like you have the handicap sections here, and you got multiple vehicles that are not handicapped, and then there's more over here, and one of them pulled straight into one that's angled to where you could. It took up 2 of them. He did a video on it. It's on his channel. I'll see if I
I'll
can.
have to check it out.
That's when I take the time to call the cops.
Yeah.
It don't do no good. I've called them here, and they come out, and you go into Walmart and you tell a manager and they don't do nothing, and you call the cops and the cops come up, and by the time they get there, they're gone.
Yeah. It's messed up because it's like, I don't have to worry about parking in handicap parking, but Timmy does.
Hmm.
But every time we're in a car together and I'm running into the store, I'm not parking in the handicap parking if he's staying in the car. You know,
Hmm.
I'll just park in a regular parking spot. I'm not going to hog up a spot like that. But it's like, come on now. I don't know why people have to be such dicks. I don't understand it. But anyway, so I'm gonna apply to that job, but I also have you know, another opportunity at the bottom of the hill, which is like 2 blocks away from where I used to work at another um, senior living community. That's the one where I won all my awards at. Um, and that's memory care, and they've got like 3 cottages, and each cottage holds like 13 people or something like that. And that's where my marketing manager is now. We work together. Where I'm at presently, she got fired, and we worked at the one where I won my awards um, together until they handed over um, that community to a different operator, and that operator happened to be a, a Mormon a Mormon outfit that corporation that is Mormon based, and I didn't align with their philosophies, so I think I think uh I think Coyote is lurking.
Oh, he is, and I just dropped the link to the video. It's titled "Stupid Washingtonian Drivers."
Oh, stupid Washington. That's like 95% of them.
95. You're being nice because that's like 100.
95% of the Washingtonian drivers around here are dumbasses.
I I,
I
I
had
go in.
one
I
run
go
up.
into Tim. I go into Timmy's live, and I'm watching him driving, and I'm like, "Look at that crazy person!
I'm
That dude
going
almost hit the side guard."
Well, I'm going like 70 miles an hour up Eli Hill on the way home, right? And there's a car that's riding right up the frickin' shoulder to get around me, and I'm like, what the hell is wrong with you, you dickhead.
Well,
Really? Do
and
you
this is
not
coming.
realize that if you screw up, you're going to end up going over the guardrail and you're going to be plummeting quite a long ways down this sheer drop off? Are you stupid?
And
You know?
this is coming from me riding with Coyote in Washington, where he cuts across 3 lanes of traffic, and I would rather ride with him than anybody that I see driving beside us.
Oh
No,
God.
no,
Yeah.
them people are crazy.
Yeah. Yeah,
They're
they
worse
are.
than they're worse than the Houston drivers.
They're terrible here. And what's even worse is, the people that are coming down from British Columbia. They got BC plates, and they'll be like they missed their exit, so they'll just come to a screeching halt over in the third lane on the left lane, you know, and they'll just make a beeline for the exit and and cause an accident. Honest to goodness, they do this. They do this in a motorhome, nonetheless. They'll just come to a screeching halt and just cut off traffic and just make a beeline for it. And if they don't quite make it, then what they'll do is they'll back up on the shoulder and then until they get lined up with the off ramp and punch it. It's like
Yes,
what the
Tim.
hell?
Yes, I was. I was also there when uh, this was like a week or so back. You were doing a live, and I seen a truck do this, and I thought he hit the concrete pillar on the side, and popped him up. I'm like, y'all, them people are crazy.
Well, God, just like a week before I was offered the job where I'm at right now, um, a semi truck hit the overpass and just totally demolished the overpass. Right, so they had 167 cut
I
down to
see.
like one
I
lane
we seen that on the news.
for like 5 freaking months, man, and we finally got around to being able to drive all the way up 167 without having to take a detour because of the traffic. Was when they finally got that open, it was like great. But then the up Highway 410 going into Enumclaw from the Buckley side,
Hmm.
a truck hit the frickin' bridge over there right around the same time as that overpass, right? And so
Yeah.
that was shut down for several months, and so I
Hey,
couldn't even
hey,
go that
Quentin.
way to.
Hey, Quentin. Houston drivers are so bad. I will not go into Houston, into the city. But I would rather go there and drive than go back to Washington and ride passenger. That's how bad they are.
So the semi truck hits the bridge and tears out like a couple cross beams, and it shuts it down. We couldn't, in order to get over to Enumclaw from the Buckley side, it was like a 2 hour detour. 2 hour detour when it normally just takes 15 minutes from our place to get to Enumclaw. Is that ridiculous? All these bridge strikes, man. It's just what the hell's wrong with these truck drivers?
I do need to get back up there to the burger. I think it's called the Burger Shack. The one that's got the burgers like this big.
Burger Shack.
I forget what it's called. When I was up there, Coyote took me over there, and we had these massive burgers, and they were freaking delicious. I can't remember the name. Coyote, what's the name of that burger place we stopped at?
Wally's?
Is it Wally's? It may be. All I know is there's a big old freaking log in the back behind it.
Log in the back behind it?
It's next to the old school logging expo or
Oh, yeah, that would be Wally's.
yeah.
It has to be Wally's.
Yeah, Wally.
Yeah, yeah,
All, all I know
that's,
is that was some good eating.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, they have two locations. One down by Des Moines, the marina, not that far from the marina, and then the one there in
Yeah, that's Wally.
yeah, Coyote Wally's.
That's
Um,
Wally.
yeah, I know it's Wally's.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's the Logger Expo. It's like the where they have the logging competitions and stuff. It's just kitty corner from there. It's within walking distance. But yeah, so it's yeah, that's pretty cool.
It was good eating.
I I
And
I
their onion rings were on point.
their stuffed mushrooms are good.
I
Or
don't.
not
I
the
see.
stuffed, they're
I
deep
don't like
fried mushrooms.
mushrooms.
They're deep fried mushrooms and their milkshakes. Oh my god,
Their milkshakes are good.
I love it when they get the pineapple upside down one as their shake of the week.
Mm.
Oh god, I love those. I love those so much. I will suffer. I will suffer the consequences gladly for one of those milkshakes. I haven't been there in a while, which is really weird because it's like we live 10 minutes from there. Maybe
Yeah.
a little longer than that, but it's over in Buckley. Um, I don't go there that often anymore. Man, maybe we might need to do
Do
that.
their milkshakes bring all the boys to the yard?
Oh man, do they? Do they ever? Oh god, their milkshakes are just freaking amazing. Um, in
I
the
will say
summertime,
this.
one of theirs is peach
I will.
milkshake.
Yeah, the peach one is the one that I had.
Yeah.
I will say this: their milkshakes are better than Dairy Queen's. Just saying.
Oh, by far, because it's real milkshake. It's not out of a mix. You know, it's not that soft serve
There's only one place
mix.
with better milkshakes, and that's the Dairy Bar.
Yeah, the Dairy Bar out in Chehalis,
Yeah.
and that place, they've got a cherry milkshake that's just to die for. Oh, the other one
Me
that
too,
I love to
Katie.
get, the one that I love to get over at Wally's
Oh
is the
yeah.
root beer one. What? What? Yeah,
Huh?
peach anything. Yeah. I was just looking. I was just looking over at your screen so I can actually read the live chat.
I don't know if this will help, but I mean, you have your avatar up, so I'm not directly covering anything up.
Oh, there's no way in hell that I can read that.
I tried.
Yeah. Thank you for trying. There's no way in hell I can read that. Not on a
Peach
iPhone.
peach iced tea is the best. I can't have it anymore, but it is the best.
Yeah. That was one of my favorite ones. That one and the raspberry one. The
Mm.
raspberry white tea. I haven't seen a peach green tea, Lipton peach green tea in a while. But the Lipton,
That's okay. I got mine turned now so she can see it.
yeah, I can see it now. I'm trying to find a peach syrup that tastes like actual peaches. There's a really good one that they usually use for in the bars. It comes in a uh, white container with a screw lid on top. Looks like a white plastic jar. I don't remember the brand of it, but you can order it through Amazon, I believe, but it's really spendy. Um, you can order just
Clinton says I
one
like
container,
raspberry tea.
but it's not really a syrup. It's more of a puree. Perfect puree, that's what it's called.
Yeah. I miss my grandmother's peach tea. She used to take peaches and dehydrate them and chop them up and put them in the with the tea bags in the water and bring it to a boil and then strain it out. Oh, it was good.
That's cool. Yeah, I should do a video on how to make infused simple syrups.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah,
There goes Quentin changing his logo again.
it's actually very simple.
Yeah.
Just sugar and water and peaches, and you let them macerate on high heat until it's turned to a syrup. And then you can you can process the peaches and pour it back in, and then just strain it like 3 or 4 times through a fine mesh strainer that's lined with a whole bunch of cheesecloth, so it's not murky. Or just boil the peaches in simple syrup and then strain it and call it a day. You use the peaches for something else. Works best with fresh ones, but frozen works fine too. I love peaches. Can't wait for peach season.
Mm.
The state actually has some pretty good peaches.
Y'all have some pretty good apples there too.
Yeah, but what we've unless you actually go to the farm and they have a farm stand, um, you're not going to be seeing those beautiful, gigantic apples because those are those are safe to send overseas.
Mm.
So we don't even get the first quality. We don't see the
I
first quality in the grocery stores.
I know we went and visited a friend of ours when I was up there with Coyote, and he had apple trees all over his yard, all over the property. I mean, and we just walked up and picked it straight out of the tree and was eating it. It was good.
Well, what's really interesting is I don't know if you ever had opal apples. They're a very short season, but they're grown in Idaho, and they don't turn brown. What blackberry?
Coyotes.
Yeah, yeah, blackberry milkshake. Ooh, yeah, I love blackberries. But
I
opal apples, they don't
I
turn brown.
I
And
like the blackberries here, but the ones up there in Washington didn't have all the seeds in them. So I was like, every time I walked by, in Texans was the same way. I told her, I said, one of these times you're going to move the plant and find a dadgum bear.
well, out here in the Wilkeson Carbonado area, we used to have blackberries growing all up and down the highway, and they took out a lot of them uh, over here in the Wilkeson area. It used to be all along the footpath, the rails to trails. I used to just go over there and just pick them. Studies show that people with high IQs swear more than stupid mother effers. Yes, yes. Um,
And Katie, if you need to go, go to bed. Get you some sleep. I'm fixing to be calling it a night anyway.
I'm gonna be turning off my alarms. Ha 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 ha. Oh God. I think the Toradol injection is starting to wear off. I should have stopped off and grabbed some burgers on the way home. There is a Denny's in town. I guess I could get my ass in the car and go order some food and bring it home. But I'm already here. I don't want to go anywhere.
Granny Smith apples are my favorite with the caramel dip.
Oh, you know what Granny Smith apples are really good for? In a grilled cheese sandwich with extra sharp cheddar and Gouda and some thick sliced bacon.
Yes. Katie says DoorDash.
Yeah, nah.
Y'all, you could call Uber Eats, but by the time they got there, it'd probably be cold.
We got stuff we can eat here. I think I still have some leftover pizza from the other night, even though their pizza sucked. Better than nothing.
Yeah, but cold pizza's always better.
Yeah, but I don't know what it is about their sauce. It's like their sauce is just first time I ever ordered pizza from them because it's like there's not really much around here for pizza places. I should try Frankie's one of these days. I should try them. Yeah, it's way too
Of
late for
course,
that.
Coyote being a good neighbor and all, he could always cook one up on the trigger and bring it to you.
Yeah, but I could also cook pizza too.
Yeah, and the apples that I was eating up there were the green ones off the tree, and I have no idea which ones they were. I just know there was one of them that was bitter, but most of them that I got were good and sweet.
And sweet. It could have been God, what are those? They were green or were they kind of a yellowish color?
Uh, they they did have a little bit of a yellow tint to them.
Now, were they apple shaped or were they like fat?
They were apple shaped.
They were apple shaped. That could be Goldens. Golden Delicious. They were sweet.
Hmm.
It could have been Goldens. Goldens are pretty common around here. So are Reds. Um, I'm trying
I
to
don't
think
know.
of.
Coyote could be nice and tell me what they are in the chat.
Yeah, Coyote, come on. Speak up, man. Stop protesting. Kiss and make up. We're all friends here.
Those were golden delicious.
Good
Huh?
night, Quentin.
Those were golden delicious.
Is that what Coyote said? Yeah, they were probably Goldens. Because I can't really think of any green ones or greenish yellow ones. Oh, opals. Oh, Honey Crisps. No, those are fat ones. Never mind. Those are fatties. Honey Crisps are really good, but the opals they kind of have the texture of a pear, almost have the taste of a pear. What? You're about ready to block
You said
Quentin.
apple.
Apple. Okay.
That's what Coyote said.
Coyote said they're apples. What a ding ding.
Hey, Coyote, you're still number one in my book.
Yeah. What'd you do? Block him so he can't say anything?
No,
Yeah, those are huge and red and yellow.
Which ones are red and yellow? Honey Crisps?
Honey crisp.
Yeah. Well, they're kind of blushing, yeah. Then there's the pink ladies and the oh no, Cosmic Crisps are short and squat, short and stout. Cosmic Crisps are kind of greenish yellow, if I can remember correctly. I don't know. There's like 1,600 different varieties of apple worldwide. Some of them are extinct. I think they have seeds in the seeds for those extinct ones in the seed library in was it Sweden or Norway or something like that? I don't know.
that's what I said. There's way too many different types.
Yeah,
So I know, and we brought when we came back, we brought some of the blackberry vines from up there and tried to get them to grow, and they did, never took off.
that's weird.
So But we've bought some from the store in the big pots and stuff, and tried to get them to grow, and they did okay, but they just really didn't produce a lot.
Yeah, it could be the soil.
Well, it's just good old Texas caliche clay. We it, I live on an old rice field, rice field, uh, and so it's mostly just clay, and all the nutrients has been depleted from the rice. So
Well, that's probably the problem then.
probably, but like I said, I tried to get them to grow in the pots, and they wouldn't do it.
Well, they probably got root bound because those things root like crazy. That's why it's hard to get rid of them.
Yeah, I know. And Coyote was watching the blackberry vines behind his house, and watching them, and they were just getting red and looking pretty, and then the city came through and mowed them.
Oh God, I would have been pissed. I would have been so pissed off.
So, yeah.
Yeah, the only thing we have in the backyard right now are elderberries.
Oh, don't say that in front of my wife. She's wanting to try to grow some of those here, and I'm like, I don't think they're going to grow.
No, they need a higher elevation. The
But
soil is totally wrong for that.
I will say that I can make myself sick eating those.
Elderberries?
Mm-hmm.
Well, they are mildly toxic.
Oh, God.
What?
I just listened.
Hmm?
Yeah, being pissed about them mowing out the blackberry.
No, because
We got them over
what?
there. Behind the pond.
Oh, behind the pond?
Yeah.
What? Blackberries?
Yeah.
Huh. Never really paid attention.
Mm.
I guess I need to pay attention. Over by my koi pond, there's blackberries.
Oh, you have a koi pond?
Yeah, but no koi anymore because the heron came in and ate them all up.
See,
And
birds.
I have to dig out the koi pond. Because ever since then we just haven't had the want to deal with it. Because
Birds.
it was
I
all
have yet.
natural.
I have yet to lose one any of my koi fish or any fish to birds. But what we have is the water snakes and water moccasins. They come in, and the last I had some koi that I was growing out from itty bitty things, and they were like this. They were like 8 to 10 inches, and next thing you know, they're gone. Snakes got them.
You know, we had two that were about 2 feet, give or take
Night,
an inch
Katie.
or two, and um, yeah, I went out the side door to go get to my car to go to work, and there's a heron standing in the middle of the pond, and he's got one of my koi in his mouth, and I'm like, mother effer, drop it, and it just flew off with my frickin' fish, and that was the last fish that I had left over, because they were all wild raised. They were little bitty things when I
Yeah.
got them, and yeah, we didn't have any filtration on the koi pond or anything, and they were just they wouldn't eat koi food. They were accustomed to eating bugs, and we had an overabundance of bugs over there because it didn't have any filtration. So
And see, mine, I could feed them out of my hand.
ours just wouldn't do it. They just would not eat pellets. They wouldn't eat anything other than bugs. It's like it's all they would eat. And because they came out of a retention pond.
Well, they were caught wild.
Yeah, they were caught wild out of the retention pond. Is the people that bought the building was like, no, we want these fish gone. So we went and scooped up as many as we possibly could and brought them home, and they just kept growing and growing and growing.
Quentin with the 29, 29, boom, boom. Much
Oh,
appreciated, brother.
God, I'm so tired.
All right, CV, you want to tell everybody good night?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go hit the bed. Actually, I'm gonna eat something first and then go to bed. I couldn't pick up any prescriptions tonight because the pharmacy was already closed. So I'm gonna have to get that, go and get that tomorrow.
Mm.
Run into town, go and get those, and hopefully, everything will be fine.
Loop wasn't here to see it.
Belt Loop wasn't here to see what.
The 29, 29.
Oh, but anyway, everybody, y'all have a wonderful night.
All right, everybody. With that being said, y'all be safe, especially you, CV. You be safe and careful. Don't overdo yourself.
We've got 2 injuries in one day, man.
But be safe and keep us updated. If it gets worse, you know, we pray that you for a speedy recovery. Uh,
Thanks. Thanks a lot. Have a wonderful night. Thanks for having me, Matt.
like I was telling Timmy earlier, y'all are welcome up here anytime. You know, uh,
Yeah, maybe I won't have anything to complain about for 40 minutes. I'm sorry. I just
maybe,
felt the need to vent.
but then again, you never know because Devil Dog hangs around too. So,
Yeah, yeah.
but anyways, like I was saying, uh, God bless, and we'll catch y'all on the next one. Bye bye.
Bye.